Hi everyone. As you can see, I am here on the International Space Station. Okay, I'm not really. I'm just in my house, but pretending to be somewhere else. After last week's video where Tim Peake showed us some of the things that he does to get himself fit and active and ready before going into space, I thought this week it might be quite interesting to find out what astronauts do once they make it to the International Space Station to stay fit and healthy when their bodies are in a place where there's no gravity. So when Tim Peake was in space a couple of years ago, he made some videos to show just what he got up to.
Major Tim Peake has completed the London Marathon from space in 3 hours, 35 minutes and 21 seconds. The spaceman provided a countdown to start the mass race and sent a good luck message to all runners. Strapped to a treadmill, the astronaut used an iPad to watch the roads and crowds pass in real time, as if he was down on Earth. Peake said training in space hadn't been too bad.
I'm very used to running up here now. I probably run with about 75% of my body weight. And I've got a harness system here I can show you. So this is what keeps me strapped to the treadmill when I run. And these chains connect to a bungee system. And that keeps me on the treadmill, and it gives me the weight bearing that I need on my legs to stimulate those muscles.
This isn't his first attempt at the distance. The astronaut ran the London Marathon in 1999, finishing in 3 hours, 18 minutes and 50 seconds. Tim said he didn't want to try to beat his previous time, as he wanted to stay healthy for his return to Earth in June.
So as you can see, I've made it back to Earth. I really enjoyed that video because it contained a few of my interests and hobbies. One of my hobbies is photography. And this book is by Tim Peake, and it contains lots of pictures that he took with his camera from the International Space Station looking down on Earth. And I think it's really interesting to get to see a different view of Earth, so I love looking at this one. One of my other interests and hobbies is running. Now in the past I've taken part in some marathons and some half marathons, and normally those type of events take place at this time of year. Obviously with the way things are right now, that's not possible. So this past month I signed up to take part in something that was called the Great Solo Run. Now with the Great Solo Run, you got to pick a distance, and then you had a month to be able to take part and record all those different runs and build them all up to cover one big distance. So I was able to run 50 kilometres over the last month, and once I put in all my information online, I was then sent out this lovely medal. So it's got a lovely yellow ribbon on it that says Great Solo Run, and then a medal that again says Great Solo Run, and on the other side it says, "We run alone, but we stand together with our NHS." So the money that I paid to take part in the event goes towards charities and goes towards the NHS. And it got me thinking that perhaps this week's task could be something to do with that, to do with running, and tying it in with what we learned about Tim Peake there. So your task for this week is quite a big one. I'm looking for you to have a go at running 7 kilometres in 7 days. So trying to do 1 kilometre each day. Now, you might be like me and have a phone where you'd be able to track and record your distances that you've ran or walked. You might have a smartwatch, which would do the same. Or if you don't have either of those things, if you go out and do a walk at a good steady pace for about 10 or 15 minutes, that is 1 kilometre that you will probably have covered. So if you do that 7 times, then you will have covered 7 kilometres. So your task for this week is to try and cover 7 kilometres in 7 days. You need to let me know, or let your teachers know, how you get on, and hopefully we'll be able to give out some certificates at our next assembly to show how many people have taken part, and there might even be some medals as well. So get moving, good luck, and I'm looking forward to hearing how you all get on.